Well, we've just left Bay Hanamoanoa behind us, and we're heading over to do the formalities to check in at Hiva Oa, which is ahead of us. We're just motor sailing around under the headsail. We'll have to drop that shortly because we're going dead into the wind in a minute. But there we are, the island of Hiva Oa. Beautiful. Say hello, Mez.
Hi, Mez.
Port of Tahiti. We're hoping that there'll be room right up inside the bay for us. Because we're a shallow draft boat, we should be able to go right up to the head of the bay. It does show a section that's about 3 meters deep, close to the beach. But if it's too full in there, and there are an awful lot of masts, so I'm not hopeful that we'll get a spot inside. We might have to anchor outside the breakwall, which means it'll be pretty rolly in the swell, so we mightn't stay here long if that's the case. Anyway, well, time will tell. We should be in there in about 15 minutes, and we'll see what goes on. Well, here we are in Tahiti Harbour, and we managed to get a spot. We're sitting in 1.7 meters of water under the keel, so only 6 foot under, and we're right at the bottom of the tide, so it's about a metre tide, so we'll go up to 3 meters at high tide, down around the 2 meters or a bit under at low tide. It's a nice tidy little harbour. It's very full, not a lot of swing room. People were saying they were putting out stern anchors. We'll see where we go with a stern anchor at the moment. We'll see where we sit, where the predominant winds are, and such. The swell, if it comes in, will come in straight in at us. So if we put out a stern anchor towards the beach, to hold our stern to the beach, then that'll put the nose straight into any incoming swell. So there's a haul out facility here. It's very, very well equipped for such a small place. They've got a little boatyard, I believe a little chandlery, and we've got to walk around here, round the road, up around and across just on the bank on this side, and over the hill and into the town on the other side to the gendarmerie, to the police station, and that's where we check in. So that's what we're about to do. Well, here we are. We'll be here for a couple of days now, and we'll just see what happens. We are swinging around a bit, aren't we, Naz? We are swinging around a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll see. We'll give it a little while before we go anywhere, just to make sure we're good. We're well dug in. The anchor's dug in well. We're bridled up, and we're bearing down on the back of the on the anchor, backing down on it, it lifts the bridle and the chain up out of the water, so the anchor's well set. But we just want to make sure we don't swing too close to anyone else. But there we go. Oh well, we've made it to the gendarmerie, to the police station, and this is where we check in. Hopefully we've made it in time. I don't have my watch.
Yes, we have.
Gate. Yeah. 7:12. There we go. Hi, Mez.
Hi, Mez.
Hakatumoit pavi! Hakatumoit pavi! Hakatumoit pavi o te noia! Huia!
I'm out getting wet. She's inside out of the rain, but just as we pass this next valley, the next two valleys, we just passed one and got hit with some pretty strong winds coming through, doubled or tripled our wind speed. So we just we reefed in and furled the headsail for the next one, but they seem to be channeling a lot of wind down through there and rain. So we'll see how we go. We're chuffing along at about 4 knots on 2 reefs on the main and no headsail. So we'll see how that fares for the next few minutes. But we're going to anchor up in one of these little bays We had a fair bit of rain last night. We had an empty tank, and I had the rain capture system or water harvesting system set up on the bow, and by morning we had 200 litres of fresh rainwater in the tank. So I suspect if we get more rain tonight, we'll end up with a brimming full tank of clean rainwater, which will be awesome. That'll give us, I think, about well, it'll full 600 litres actually. So here we are. Sails have just come down. We're coming into this little bay here under the edge of the hill. We'll spend the night here and then depart in the morning for the Tuomotus. And it looks like it'll be a nice little spot. There's quite a few boats in there now, so we'll see if we can poke in around them somewhere and find somewhere. And that's Hiva Oa over in the distance in the haze, and this is Tahiti, where we've been before. Hi, mate. Oh, fishing line. Can you wind the fishing line in? Forgot about that. No fish today. Coming into the anchorage, we're still in 20 odd metres of water, 60 feet of water. We're expecting that to shoal out shortly, but very, very steep hills above. Beautiful anchorage. You can smell the trees. It's almost like a strong, like if you stuck your head in a robe of tea bag, like a box of tea. It's such a strong smell.
It smells like mulch.
Eh?
It smells like mulch.
Mulch. It's just starting to rain. Do you want to come back here until the rain stops? Or are you
just gonna...
Yeah, I'll just hang around here. I'll just sit underneath. We'll just mosey around. I don't want to be accused of making you work in the rain. Yeah, down it comes. Bank here. I think it's stopped raining actually.
I can see sand down here.
Can you?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, well let's go.
Not clear sand.
No, but if we can find a patch of sand and just drop the anchor in the patch, whoa, don't go breaking your leg again.
It's alright, we've got crutches, don't we?
Not on the boat. Do we? Oh yeah.
The crutches on the boat.
Yeah, they're up in the forward cabin. All right, knock yourself out then.
This is very clear water.
Is it? If you can see a big sandy patch. We're in 6 metres. Any sand around there?
Yep.
All right. You want to get ready then? And we'll... This is the pass into Fakarava. We're just here's our Here's the atoll that we're going into, whether you can see it or not. But we're just coming into the pass now, and then we have to head around the corner and up into the shelter behind the land. At the moment it's really choppy. As soon as we get out of this, we'll be able to just come around a little bit more and get out of the chop. This is an outgoing current, almost slack water, but an outgoing current. Once we get through this pass and around the corner, it's flat top. But yeah, there's looks like a heap of dive boats in the entrance. It does get really deep. It's nearly 1,000 metres, about a quarter of a mile off the land. So here we go. Say hello, Mez.
Hi, Mez.
Quite volatile, choppy here in the. We were doing 6 knots before, and our speed's dropped right off now, 4.9. So we've got an adverse current coming out. All right, so we're at anchor now on Fakarava. Here's our anchorage up the top of the island, which is a little bit smoother than what it was before. Is coming through the entrance anyway. Beautiful spot. We'll be here for a couple of days and then we're off to Tahiti. It's really nice to be in the shade because it's extremely hot. The original lighthouse. Not in use anymore, as you can see, but a remnant of days gone by. The new one's further along the coast and it's just a pole with a light on it. Not quite as ornate as that, but there you go. We're off for a ride on the bikes today, around the outside of the island, which is only 200 metres from the inside of the island, or the atoll. This is the fringing reef on the outside. The whole atoll is a band of could be at maximum probably 1/4 of a mile wide. Gets down to a couple hundred feet in places, but you've got the outside there, and then where we're anchored on the inside. It's a beautiful lagoon. So there. This is one of the pearl farms all the stacks of pearl buoys there and their netting and that. We just stopped to take a picture. I think there's a few ornamental ones too. Yeah, Ricky pearls. I don't think that they're just storing those there. I think they're decoration. There's a bike rack over there for parking your bike.
Oh, that was right out there. Maybe it's a more public still farm.
This is where everyone, where the boats for the cruise ship came in alongside. And under this gazebo here they had pearl displays set up and tourism stuff for them to take tours and that. Alright, boat. So a little supermarket here and service station. That's quite deep water just here. Do boats on one side and cars on the other. And that's us out in the anchorage there. 12 metres, 36 feet deep. So it's quite a beautiful, peaceful little spot. Mez has taken off ahead of me. So service station and that, and this is a little there's a dinghy dock in here. You come inside, you just tie up wherever you want. I think that's inside there's a reverse osmosis water maker, because there's a tap outside here with a card, like a swipe reader on it, and you can fill up your water. So I would say it's an RO facility inside. Our little dinghy in here, just patiently waiting for us. I'm going to go around and see if there's somewhere open we can get a drink. So we're under motor at the moment because we've got, well, we're doing 6 knots in this direction and our wind instrument says we've got 1.5 knots in this direction, so 6 of that is us. So we've got, well, 7.5 knots in this direction, but it's not enough to sail. So we just got our setup here to capture water, which is working remarkably well. It's a shame we didn't have it connected last night. I left it out on the deck, but last night it rained and I got up this morning and our dinghy was half full of water. So we would have filled our tank completely. But we're just, we're in the channel. We're on our way down to the entrance, the passage in outside of the atoll, and then from there we're going direct to Tahiti. Point Venus on the top end, and we've had bugger all bloody sun, so I'm just running the generator at the moment while we're underway. So we're charging from both engines, whatever solar we're getting, and the generator, pumping in as much as we can into the batteries to get them as high as we can for tonight, because we'll be obviously running all the instruments and the autopilot, and at the moment we're putting 80 amps into the batteries, which is good. Let's have a look. So we're going to the cursor, which is down the ways a bit, and we've got 2 miles to go to the waypoint. Current wind speed's 1.4. We're doing 6.4, so that's 7.4, 7.8, 7.8 knots wind speed, which is not much. Hopefully once we get outside, kill the engines, get the sails up, and we'll do a bit of sailing, albeit slowly. Farewell Fakarava. We could have stayed here. We were just talking about it. Say hello, Maz.
Hi, Maz.
So we were just talking about it before and said it would have been lovely just to spend a couple of weeks swinging on the hook here. And we took the bikes to shore and we were riding around. We rode to the airport yesterday, and out there's a bit of a monument, well not monument, but remains of a lighthouse over there on the top corner. We went and had a look at that. But I think it's about 26 kilometres long, the atoll, and it's about 6 kilometres wide. It's a rectangular shape, rounded corners. And there's an entrance right down the far end, down the bottom, but it's quite narrow, and it's a bit further away from Tahiti, so there was no point going down there, because it was just, we were going away from our destination. So we're just passing the end of the runway in the port of Tahiti. We have to call port control before we go and get permission to proceed, and you can see why, really, given proximity of us and the end of the runway and the height of our mast. You really wouldn't want to be coming past all planes coming in or going out. We're going past here, and then we're going to anchor. We're inside the reef. The reef's only about 50 feet off our side. We're in the channel in the main port, and there's the airstrip, or the airport, and we have a catamaran coming behind us as well. Seems we just got through in time. The airport anchorage ahead of us, which is probably where we're going to sit for a little while. We're trying to get into the Tahiti marina for a couple of days to get our biosecurity check done and the rest of it. But we haven't heard back from them, so we've just got to sort of wait around now. The airport anchorage in Tahiti. So where the bright lights are, just across from us, is one of the main maintenance hangars, and the airstrip runs from over there down to there, and there's planes coming and going all the time, but they don't seem to make too much noise. But yeah, this is the airport anchorage. We're just on the edge of the deep water, so we've only got 1.5 metres of beautiful sand underneath us, which is good. Water is clear as a bell, and we'll be quite happy here for a couple of days. We're inside the reef, and across here to our right is Moria, the island of Moria, and beyond Moria is Raiatea and Bora Bora on the other side of there. It's about 100 miles across to those guys, and that's the way we'll head We'll go around the north side of Moria as we leave. There's some nice anchorages on the other side, so we might call in there for a day or two. But for now, we'll be a couple of days here, and then we're going to head down south a little bit to Phaeton Bay, and anchor up in Phaeton Bay for a little while. But yeah, quite mountainous, a little bit different to Fakarava in the Tuomotus. They're all coral atolls, and we're back into the volcanic mountainous sort of areas, and just probably 400 metres away is the outer edge of the fringing reef. So beyond that's the open ocean. Obviously we can't get out there, we've got to go back around through the channel, but yeah, there you go. Time to go. There's a big ray and a little fish just down there in front of us, having a bit of a swim around.